What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you had a pretty great weekend. Wasn't too bad for us over here. There was predicted thunderstorms, but we didn't really get those. So good thing, bad thing. You be the judge. For me, I thought it was a bad thing. Could always use more water, especially for the plants and stuff like that. But today, going to talk a little bit about the crazy in the world. Anybody see that attempted assassination on Donald Trump this past weekend? I know everybody's pretty divided by it. There's people who are like, oh, I wish he got shot. The dude should have worked on his name, blah, blah, blah. Which to me is crazy that people talk like that people think like that people seem that because it's on a different political spectrum that it's okay to say those things and stuff like that, right? Like, first and foremost, like, I don't have nothing against Donald Trump. I don't have nothing against Joe Biden either. But it's like, because we're just little guys, man. We just working our asses off to try to make ends meet and shit like that, right? And no matter what I think or feel about their political agendas, I don't wish death on anybody, right? They have family, they have friends, they have all that. And for people to try to end somebody's life because of political viewpoints and stuff like that is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely insane. And it's crazy to think that there's people that are so far on a certain side that they feel that way, right? That they feel like for somebody to die, that it'd be a better thing for not only themselves but for the world and stuff like that. It's like, that's a far push, that's a far reach. And it's insane to think about that, because how would your family feel if you were killed? How would your family feel if they were on your side and they believed in everything that you stood for and that you were killed, right? Probably not the best, right? And for you to make it that far, you obviously got support and stuff like that. Albeit I don't agree with all of it, albeit I don't completely support any of these candidates, right? That are Democrat, Republican, whatever the case may be. That I have my own viewpoints, I have my own opinions on things. I understand everybody else does too, but to feel like that's okay, it's absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. Like I said, crazy to think about that people would wish death on somebody, essentially, for what, right? For a color, for a side, for people that don't affect you as much as you think. You know what I mean? They think it's end of the world if Donald Trump gets reelected, like they did last time. And guess what happened? The world didn't end. The world kept going. And for some people, it got better, right? Regardless of what your side of the media decides to push upon you, brainwash you in some people's opinions, and force you to think ill about somebody else, right? Say that they're going to take your rights away and things like that. Is it true or not? I don't think so, because I still had all my rights when he was in last time, right? Still got our rights now. Not we're never going to be as free as we think we are, right? But at the same time, you got to push forward and you got to try to make ends meet, because that's just the life that we've been dealt and that we currently live in. So, I voted for neither one of those guys last time. I was just sick of all that, all that bullshit everybody's trying to push. Oh, you don't care about the world because you don't vote, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't believe in either candidate. My candidate's lost, so I'm not going to vote for either one of them. You know what I mean? It just, that's my own standing. I voted for people from, I had people that I thought would win on either side. And this last one, I had somebody in the green that I strongly liked, and that I was hoping maybe made a run for it. But we all know that the people in between never win, right? Except unless if you're Jesse Ventura for the governor of Minnesota and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad. It's like, just because you don't think he's not going to win, that's the main reason why everybody doesn't think he's going to win, so they think you're wasting a vote. So they don't want to throw it away. I understand that, but also, like, I hear it a lot of times. It's like you're picking the lesser of two evils, and that you know, I think both sides, they're pretty radical to me. Whether you're a Trump supporter, whether you're a Biden supporter, whether you're a McDonald's supporter, right? It's You're going to be pretty radical to that. But it's the world's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, and no matter what happens in this life, there's going to be people that are going to feel strongly towards one way or another. Maybe there's a political agenda in the media or something like that. I don't know what the case may be. That could be highly likely, and I don't know. You're always going to think that your way is the right way, that you're thinking the right way. Everybody thinks that, right? Everybody on each side, they're just happen to be on a different side, and I don't think we should be picking sides, right? We should all, if we're going to be together in any of this and make it through a lot of this, we have to come together, right? It usually comes around wartime, man, when people are sacrificing their lives for our freedoms and stuff like that, and for our country, right? For everybody that's out here that gets to walk around and do be free, essentially, right? It's I don't know. It's only my own opinion, but it's scary to think about that. People think that that's all right. And then there was this weird revelation by Alex Jones. He apparently predicted like 9/11 and stuff like that. He's been ousted as just a crazy motherfucker and stuff like that. Popular Joe Rogan experiences and stuff like that. And what he had that Sandy Hook stuff where he was wrong, and then they end up suing him for like $1 billion or some shit, which rightfully so, man, for those families that lost people at that thing. And regardless of what you think, whether he was right, wrong, or whatever, or that it's Sandy Hook never happened and all this shit, for some people, people that went through it and lost family members in that tragedy, it happened to them, regardless of if you want to admit it or not, right? And it's like 9/11, right? It happened. A lot of people, they still don't think it happened. And that's also crazy because people lost family there. People got hurt and died in that tragedy, right? And there's a reason why we remember it every year. Reason why we always look back on these things, because those are some crucial moments where we did come together as a country and stuff like that, right? But his prediction, I'm sorry, I always get off on these rambles, guys, but on his prediction, he said that they're going to continue to go after Trump's life, right? It's essentially, they're covering it up with political groups of Antifa and not the Proud Boys, maybe something like that they're going to cover it all up, that they're going to go for Trump's life. They're getting desperate because they're sensing that he's going to win or something like that. I don't understand why they didn't do it before, but then they're gonna, if Joe Biden doesn't step down and whatever, that they're also going to go after his life, right? And that's even more scary, because it just shows that there's something out there that goes beyond politics. They're going to control that stuff if it's true, right? That it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, that when they choose to do an agenda, that they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Money has all the power, not political viewpoints and stuff like that, that they can just wipe any one of us out that they want to, right? Whether you be a presidential candidate or the president himself or herself, that they can come for you, because they're almost incognito, right? That nobody really knows about them, that people only get glimpses of these people, right? Very scary afterthought. So amongst all this madness, it's not like that Rodney King, can we all just get along, right? Because we're never going to get along. We're never going to see eye to eye. But we can call bullshit out regardless what side it is, regardless of whether your mom, dad, brother, sister, or your best friend believe in red, blue, whatever it is, that maybe listen to those things and listen to and decide and figure out what is the bullshit that we're being fed, and that how do we go about trying to eliminate that and deciphering it and stuff like that, because we can all be deceived, we can all be lied to, we all get deceived and lied to in our daily lives with some people that we love, that we care for, that we think are our greatest allies, right? And one day they are there, next day they're talking shit about you, they're making up rumors, they're trying to take everything away from you because they want to see you fail. Entirely possible. Seen it before. I've had people in my life like that where I thought they were my brothers, stole from me. My brother, sister stole from me. Love of my life stole from me. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean everybody's going to do it. You're going to find people that aren't going to do that to you, but you're also going to find people that are going to do that to you. And, you know, it's tough, right? It's tough. It's just that we're all going to have to be conscious of that, regardless of what we believe in spiritually, religiously and politically, that there's a fine line, right? I have friends that are Republicans. I have friends that are Democrats, and I love those guys dearly, right? And I care for them. I don't give a shit about what they believe in politically or what kind of religion they're in. My fiance is Christian. I'm not Christian. I grew up believing in a Native American tradition called the Medewan Way. Even our people were brainwashed at a time from boarding schools to believe that it's witchcraft, right? And I almost got into some altercations over it with some people that I considered a friend. Some of them no longer friends, but that's life for you, man. But that doesn't mean I don't care for them. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna pretend like what I believe in is wrong. I'm not going to, because I believe it's right. I believe all the stories and the creation stories and all that kind of stuff that go along with that. And I don't discount anybody else's way, because we're taught no way is the wrong way, right? Whether there's going to be hypocrisies in every religion that you go to, regardless. They tell you to love everybody, and then all of a sudden you're hating Muslims, all of a sudden you're hating natives, all of a sudden you're hating Christians, you're hating everybody because they don't believe in your way. I don't believe in that. I love anybody that is good to me, that's shows me love, shows me support. I'll show that back 100 times over if I can, whenever I can, right? Because that bond will supersede anything else I believe in, because actions speak louder than words, man. That's about it. But anyways, I hope everybody has a great one. Have a great night. If you new here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. You return, and thanks for coming back, guys. Till next time, peace.